We need lawmakers to be as courageous as those poor children were in the school yesterday.
Renee Hopkins, CEO of the Alliance for Gun Responsibility, tracks the tragedies around gun violence every day.
While there's a lot of attention on days when these horrific instances happen, like did in Florida and almost did here in Washington, I think it's important to remember that for people in our work, this is just what it is in our country right now.
Hopkins' group has a clear legislative agenda this year, and while proposals such as a bump stock ban appear to be moving forward, a bill that would enhance assault weapon background checks appears stalled, missing a key cutoff deadline Wednesday night. The legislation would increase the age of purchasing an assault weapon to 21 years old and also require safety training and an annual background check renewal, putting standards on par with what's required for a concealed carry permit.
This issue is not a partisan issue for people in our state, and our legislators need to quit acting as if it is.
Gun control is a real politically toxic subject.
Dave Workman writes for the Second Amendment Foundation's Gun Magazine.
I think we're all looking for an easy answer, and there's no easy answer to the kind of violence that we wind up reporting about all too frequently.
Staunch supporters of the Second Amendment believe the emphasis should be placed on mental health services, not gun control.
Frankly, if somebody's determined to commit just a heinous act, they're going to find a way to do that.
But groups like the Alliance for Gun Responsibility say data shows tweaks to the law can save lives, and they're turning to state legislatures amid continued gridlock in Washington, D.C.
What we're talking about are people in crisis, and in a moment of crisis, having legal access to firearms is something that we have the ability to legislate around, and we should.
And Natalie Brand, King 5 News.
Now, Hopkins points to the Extreme Risk Protection Order initiative voters approved in 2016. That allows families or law enforcement to ask a judge to temporarily block a person's access to guns if there's evidence the individual is threatening harm to themselves or others.
Hopkins believes that policy could have potentially made a difference in Florida. She wants to remind people it is now law here if there's a loved one you're worried about.